A disability can be any number of things. We all have disabilities to a certain degree. I do wear glasses from time to time to read. I don't have what I would consider a severe disability.
I actually teach children who are deaf and hard of hearing, and as far as the general public goes, I think that people are pretty much ignorant to a lot of disabilities and sometimes treat people unfair without, proper knowledge of maybe their disability, unless they're educated on it. I mean, I think the general public is pretty ignorant and doesn't always treat people the right way.
They get treated like basically they get made fun of in school. If they're the lowest person in the class, they cannot focus right. They're hypertensions and they're just like jumping around in class, like ADD and all that. It's like because, it's like stupid because people make fun of people that are lower than them, and it's just like sad.
I have ADHD. I got diagnosed with it when I was 6. Well, in school I gotta do a lot of stuff. I gotta my homework, I gotta turn it in late. I can take breaks in the hallway. It helps, affects my performance in school, yes. But I can't sit in class a lot. I get hyper and I get in trouble a lot. Fight a lot with my hyper.
My name is Zach, and I'm a freshman at Riverdale High School.
I'm named Higby, and I'm deaf in both ears.
I got my cochlear implant when I was 2 years old.
What happened was the babysitter was calling my name, and I didn't respond. And so the babysitter told my mom that I may be deaf. And so my mom, she took 2 pants and she banged them together. And I didn't respond, so that's when she knew that I was deaf.
It's a machine that goes inside your actual cochlear in your ear, and it replaces a lot of the tiny parts of your ear, and it does the work for it.
The way it works is the sounds coming from places, they come into like this little microphone thing right here, and the sounds travel up this wire up to this magnet where when I was 3 years old, I got surgery. So they put a magnet inside my head attached to like a little wire that kind of goes into the ear canal. So the magnets transmit the information, the sounds, and so the second magnet inside my head takes the sounds and it travels them through the ear canal, through the wire.
If I get in a bad argument and I'm losing it, I'll just turn it off and say, sorry, I can't hear you. Or if I'm sleeping and it's 4th of July, I can sleep really well because I can't hear the fireworks or anything. I think it's more advantages than disadvantages. If I didn't have it, I'd be doing sign language, and I'd rather be speaking.
I would consider being deaf or hard of hearing a disability because in a way, it kind of like cuts you from communication, so you can't communicate. Like in a situation where I'm meeting new people, yeah, it might be a little different because they may be a little kind of taken back a little bit, kind of what's that? But once I'm with like friends who I know for a long time, they treat me like I'm hearing and everything. So it's just, I mean, there are times where I'm like, what? Can you say that again? But it's not big of a deal.
My name's Carrie, and I'm a physical therapist here at Dornbecker, and I work with children from birth to about 21 or sometimes older. I think in a children's hospital you tend to address more of the whole person as opposed to just looking at someone and just treating the knee or just treating the ankle. In working with children and families, you really are treating, a lot of different issues, and sometimes it requires you to be a psychologist and a social worker and a nurse and all kinds of different roles that maybe you didn't study for or prepare for. So it's more looking at a person or a child kind of globally and addressing all the issues.
That is a healthy bell. That is a healthy bell. See, that's a healthy bell.
That one is heavy. We made that one very heavy.
This is Dawn Dahl, and I'm her mom, Cindy. Dawn's disability has been undiagnosed since she was 7 months old, and the rest of her disability, she does have cerebral palsy. The doctors try genetics clinics and try everything that they can and don't know why she doesn't grow.
Rolling about Bill Fleet? I don't think so.
Cerebral palsy is a big box of disability that ranges from, it's located from the brain. It's a birth defect, and it is a big box that doctors have a habit of throwing anything into that isn't quite there. Yeah. Well, she was 7 months old, and of course she didn't know anything, but I was devastated. She's my second child, and her big brother is just as healthy as a big brother should be. It took quite a while to be able to come to terms with her being disabled, but once you come to terms with it, and even though she's undiagnosed, it's okay. Yeah. She doesn't let people treat her differently than an undisabled person. Her size is small, but she does not like the word little.
I don't like little. I like big. This is little. I'm more than me.
Yeah, you're bigger than that, huh?
This is little. Yeah.
No, no surgery right now, but tell them about your painting.
I did that on the wall.
At Wilson High School, watching her going down the hall in her little wheelchair and watching these great big basketball guys just part the hallway for her. It was cool to watch. Everybody treated her with respect.
I'd like to be, jeez.
Like if you had to have one. If I had to have one? If I had to have one? I don't know. I don't know about a whole lot of disabilities, but I'd probably have the one that was least visible.
I really don't know. Maybe
being blind. Yeah.
Okay. Why would you be blind?
Because they're the most accepting people, and they're just well-rounded, like very beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? They're very, you know, they can touch, they can feel, they can smell, and they know that you're a good person. They can feel the vibe, and they're awesome, and they're the smartest people on earth.
If I had a disability and I had to choose, I guess I would choose to have a hearing loss.
I don't want any disabilities.
I think we're picked by lot. It's the luck of the draw as to whether we have one or more disabilities. So it's not our choice.
There's not a person that's perfect.